So, good day everyone. So, the lesson we're about to tackle is securing today's information system. So, the topics to be discussed is first, wireless network. Second is wireless network security control. And third is wireless security techniques. First of all, what is a wireless network? So, wireless network are computer networks that are not connected by cables of any kind. Wireless network are popular solution for homes, businesses, and telecommunication networks. Ang use ng wireless network is para ma-lessen and ma-avoid yung gastos or yung costly process ng mga wired network sa isang organization and even sa ating mga bahay, because if wireless network ang gamit natin is malilesen yung gasto sa mga wired cables or connection. At higit sa lahat is wireless network is miles way more convenient para sa atin, especially sa student na gaya ko, na halos lahat ng study materials is makikita or makukuha or madali nang ma-access through internet. We just need to find a spot wherein malakas yung signal or yung radio frequency para mag-function well yung wireless network. Let's move naman sa concept ng wireless network. So first is wireless access points or the WAP. So WAP is the connection between wired and wireless network. So ang wireless access point is nagsisilbing tulay sa wired network and wireless device. Wireless access points function is to create a Wi-Fi network. They connect directly sa wired network gaya ng Ethernet and broadcast a wireless signal that allows device such as smartphones, laptops, and tablets or any device para makakonect sa network without any physical cable. Phones don't stop wireless signal. So particularly Wi-Fi use radio waves para makapag-transmit ng data. And these signals is nagta-travel through most materials, including dyan syempre yung pader or wall, doors, and even fences. But even though sabihin natin na it won't stop yung wireless signals to pass through sa mga walls and or fences, yung quality and lakas ng signal may degrade or humina. This may affect the connection to interrupt or lose of connectivity, and yun yung hindrance ng wireless network. Anyone with radio range of wireless access points can communicate with it and attempt to connect to the network. So since wireless network nga siya, anyone na sakop is may kakayanan na maka-access sa wireless network. So here are some tips to prevent yung unauthorized access. So first is encryption. So here is use strong encryption method gaya ng WPA2 or WPA3. Ito ay para ma-secure yung network natin. Next is SSID broadcasting. So dito naman is pwede natin i-hide yung SSID or yung network name para hindi makita ng mga nasasakupan ng signal, para ma-prevent yung pag-access nila or ng mga unauthorized person sa wireless network natin. So next is MAC address filtering. So here naman is it only allows yung specific device para ma-connect sa wireless network natin. So yun. So however, yung mga method na to is can be bypassed by experienced attackers, yung magagaling talaga ang hack ganon. So we can implement some additional security measures like firewalls and VPNs para mas secure yung wireless network natin. Yun po.
Wireless network security controls. VPN over wireless. This is easy to manage for internal users, but guest access to a VPN is more difficult. So for internal users, setting up a VPN over wireless is simple kasi yung device nila are pre-configured. Guest access is harder to manage due to the lack of integration with internal systems. Solution include creating separate VPN profile or using a dedicated guest VLAN for security. So next is wireless encryption. Encryption makes it impossible for an outsider to view information traveling over the network. So, when it comes to wireless encryption, encryption protection wireless data, making it unreadable to outsiders. Common methods include WPA3, which is secured, and WEP, in which is outdated and vulnerable. WEP, insecure and flawed. So, ang example nito ay yung WEP or Wired Equivalent Privacy. Ito daw ay flawed encryption standard. It can be easily cracked using tools like Aircrack NG, allowing attackers to intercept data on a network. So next, Wi-Fi Protected Access or WPA. So ang WPA is a secured protocol for wireless networks, offering stronger encryption than WEP. WPA2 and WPA3 are more secure option for protecting against unauthorized access and ensuring data integrity. So, SSID, broadcast by default wireless networks, broadcast their presence to the public. The network can stop from announcing itself by disabling SSID broadcast on your wireless access point. So, by default daw, wireless network broadcast their SSID to the public. So, pag disable daw ang broadcast, kaya daw nitong hide yung network from casual user, but it's not, pero hindi daw malakas ang security nito. So next is MAC address filtering. WAPS also enable you to apply MAC address filters to control which computers can connect to your network. So ang WAP allow MAC address filtering which controls which device can connect by allowing specific MAC address. While it adds a layer of security, it can be bypassed by attackers who spoof MAC addresses.
Sa wireless security network aims enhance both the security and efficiency of wireless network. Some examples are, the first one, antenna types. Sa isang antenna type sa mga office, nag-use ng external antenna sa isang router to cover a large area, like sa mga entire floor of a building. In contrast, ang mga small home router naman ay nag-use ng internal antennas which nagpo-provide ng isang shorter range but sufficient as single home. The second one is the antenna placement. Sa mga cafe, nag-use ng omnidirectional antenna near its front window to provide Wi-Fi to customer inside. However, yung nasa labas naman ay also get access. To prevent this, the cafe could move the antenna to a central location within the building para ma-minimize yung coverage ng sa isang site. Yung third one naman ay yung power level controls. Sa mga company, nagsiset up ng isang wireless network and they realize some Wi-Fi signal extend beyond the office. They lower the power settings sa isang router to reduce the signal range and para ma-ensure that doesn't extend to near public areas, thus improving network security. And the fourth one is the Hubdiv portals. When you connect a Wi-Fi to airport or hotel, you often see the login page where you must enter the email or password or forget access. Dito sa Hubdiv portal, nag-restrict ng network access para until you log in, adding an extra layer of control and security. And the last one is the site survey. Sa mga large warehouse na mag-install ng wireless network for employees, sa isang site survey ay nagre-reveal ng thick can create false black signals in certain areas based sa mga survey ng IT uses for plans to place additional routers and signal booster in strategic location para ma-ensure yung reliable coverage throughout the warehouse. Base sa mga binanggit natin, ito ay nag-highlight ng how various elements in a wireless security network can be customized for better performance and performance coverage and protection from unauthorized access.
So, from this slide up to the end is didiscuss natin yung dalawang case study na pinrovide ng aming grupo upang mas lalo nating maintindihan yung ating topic about wireless network. The first case study is about small business Wi-Fi hotspot compromise. Dito sa senaryong ito is na-discover ng business owner na na-compromise yung kanilang public Wi-Fi hotspot kung saan nagla-launch ito ng mga malicious attack towards the other internet users. Yung attacker is ginamit yung vulnerability ng ating router para mag-launch ng mga malicious attack at ma-access yung mga sensitive data na meron yung router natin, maging yung mga addresses ng ibang internet user. Ang possible cause nito ay yung router natin is gumagamit ng outdated firmware kung saan hindi na monitor ng owner or ng business owner yung activity inside the router kung saan nangyayari yung mga malicious attack. Then, ang isa pa is yung hindi tamang pag-configure sa security setting ng ating router kaya nagkakaroon ng unauthorized access sa ating router. Dito sa next slide is makikita natin yung security controls and techniques. Meron tayo ditong 4 na security control and techniques. Ang una ay yung firmware updates, kung saan i-update natin yung firmware na ginagamit ng router natin para mas ma-monitor natin yung mga activity na nangyayari inside the router. At mas ma-monitor natin yung mga nakaka-access or uma-access dito para maiwasan natin na ma-compromise yung mga sensitive data na meron yung ating router. Then, yung second natin is yung strong default credential, kung saan babaguhin natin yung mga default credential katulad ng username and password na gagamitin natin para ma-access yung mismong router natin. Ito kasi yung maaaring maging dahilan para makapasok or yung ibang yung attacker para upang ma-access yung ating internet, maging yung ating network. The third one is yung firewall configuration. Dito naman sa firewall configuration is inaalaw natin yung router na mag-build up or magtayo ng kanyang firewall para ma-prevent yung kanyang sarili na ma-protect niya yung kanyang sarili na magkaroon ng malicious attack na maaaring gawin ng mga attacker sa kanya. At yung last naman is yung limited access point. Yung access point kasi is yung nagiging daan para makapag-transmit at makapag-receive ng data through wireless local area network, kung saan lilimitahan natin yung mga access point nito para hindi magkaroon ng multiple overload ng mga receive ng data at pagtatransmit nito. Maging magkakaroon din tayo ng better control sa ating router. So, ang second or yung padalawa nating case study is about a healthcare organization data leak. Kung saan yung scenario dito is yung isang healthcare organization is na-leak yung kanilang data or na-compromised ng isang attacker yung personal health information ng thousands of patient. Ito ay nangyari sa wireless network ng hospital's garage or dun sa parking ng hospital. Ang possible cause nito ay yung walang proper implementation ng access control ang hospital upang ma-configure or ma-monitor yung suspicious activity na yon, especially dun sa parking garage ng hospital, na naging resulta ng pag-compromise sa mga data ng ating mga pasyente. Dito sa slides, the next slide is yung mga security controls and techniques. Ang una dito ay yung guest network isolation. Kumbaga, dito is yung pinaghihiwalay natin yung public use network at yung private use network. Doon sa private use network naman, yung sa public network is for employees at staff use only. Kumbaga, doon yung network na yun ay ginagamit ng mga staff ng ospital, higit lalo na yung mga administrator na humahawak sa mga sensitive data na meron yung ospital. Samantalang yung public use network naman is para sa mga pasyente maging sa mga bisita nito. Para hindi ma-access yung mga sensitive data na meron yung ating hospital. The second one is yung MAC address filtering, kung saan ililist down natin yung mga MAC address na meron tayo or meron yung mga device natin na ginagamit natin sa hospital para ma-filter natin at hindi maka-access dun sa private network na meron tayo. The third one is yung encryption. Dito naman is gagamit tayo ng strong encryption protocol katulad ng WPA3 or yung Wi-Fi Protected Access 3, kung saan pinoprotektahan ito yung data na tinatransmit natin over the wireless network. Then, the fourth one is yung regular monitoring. Dito naman sa regular monitoring is yung minomonitor natin yung ating wireless network para makita natin if may suspicious activity ba na nangyayari, para mas mabilis nating maagapan na hindi na humantong sa mga leakage at breaches na maaring mangyari or makompromise yung mga data na meron tayo. So, that's all. That's the two case studies that we provide para mas lalo nating maintindihan yung topic natin, which is yung wireless network, wireless security controls, and wireless security techniques.